In this section, we will take a look at how we can design our application using modules. So we will take a look at the different ways to organize our code. So we should start by applying the single responsibility principle to all our components, services, and other symbols. So we can start with the rule of one. That means define one thing, such as a service or component per files. One component per file makes it very easier to read, maintain, and avoid collisions with teams in source control. And next, we should define the small functions. So small functions are easier to test, especially when they do one thing and serve one purpose, and they also promote code reuse. Next, we can have a look at the naming. So naming conventions are hugely important to maintainability and readability. So, as a general naming guidelines, we should use consistent names for all the symbols. Naming conventions help provide a consistent way to find content at a glance. We should use dashes to separate words in the descriptive name. We should use consistent names for all assets named after what they represent. We should use consistent names for all services named after their feature. We should structure the application such that we can quickly locate the code, identify the code at a glance, keep the flattest structure as we can, and try to be dry. So for this, we can make use of the left principle. And here we have a locate. So that means we can make locating code intuitive, simple, and fast. And then we have identify. So we should name the file such that we can instantly know what it contains and represent. And we can keep a flat folder structure as long as possible. And we should try to be dry. So now there are a couple of ways to structure our code. We can either use convention based or the feature based approach. In the convention based approach, what we will do, we can structure our components into the folders, like our components will reside in some components folder, and all our services will reside in the services folder, and all our pipes and so on, they will reside in their respective folders. But in the case of feature based approach, we can think of creating a feature. So let's say we want to create a to-dos feature. In that case, we will create a to-dos folder, and inside of that folder we will create its components, services, pipes, directives, etc.